name is Tzvi Lebetkin, you Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this is, I think video 2 in a series of 3. That's going to be okay. Video 2 in a series of 3. I'm looking at the Paul McGann movie, what the TV show that came from that would have been like. And it's giving us well, I'm doing this because it was the 25th anniversary of the McGann movie last week, and you know, I'm surprised it took me by surprise because it was my wedding anniversary as well. So you know, it was the same year. So it was important that I remembered it was the 25th wedding anniversary. I kind of forgot about the McGann movie, which I remember being excited because I went to America just as it was being aired, so I was able to see it there. Anyway, as I said, so it's so I've been looking at the show that you know that would have been, that could have been, would have been better. Well, I don't know. I mean, listen, honestly, I really enjoyed Doctor Who from like 2005 to 2017, and if that happened, you know, if this TV show happened that came from that pilot, that probably wouldn't have happened. But then again, I really haven't liked, you know, the last couple of years of Doctor Who with Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker. So much so, I may even say, well, let's forget everything, you know, and have this 90s show and say, I don't know, listen, it's a curio. I like alternate worlds, right? I like looking at alternate worlds. So anyway, this is the second video. I did one, I put it out on Saturday, and I think there's enough material for a third one. Who knows or dares to dream. Before we get into the video, can I ask you guys, can you hit the like button? That'd be great. That'd be fan, that'd be double dosey. And you know, you don't really have to like it that much, you know, to hit the like button. I would say you could be quite indifferent and still hit the like button. I understand. I am a man of cloth, and I am encouraging you all to fib. And you know, we shouldn't do. But then again, yeah, hit the like button anyway. Wherever you are on the spectrum, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. YouTube was weird yesterday. I'm telling you, you do get obsessed with watching your subscriber count. I mean, and you really shouldn't. It's a very bad idea. Never, ever, ever tie your happiness to something outside of your control, right? It's always a bad idea. But it was really weird yesterday because YouTube have been like peeling off subscribers quite a lot recently because I've been doing quite well. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I've been doing quite well. So yesterday it was like on Friday I was up to like, what was it? 3,040 or something like 3,039, something like that. And then you know after by Saturday night when I went back online, I saw it was down to like 335. I'm like, YouTube knows me. And then it kept going down. It got to 332 yesterday. And I go, I understand. This is boring hearing people talk about their subscriber numbers. I got to 3. And then all of a sudden it jumped up to 338 again. I don't understand. I don't understand. But you know, me not understanding really is the problem. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. I got a ton of comments to reply to, which I'm kind of grateful. Listen, it's work, but you know, I'm grateful for it, right? I'm grateful to have that connection that you would want to tell me stuff, and I like to answer, you know, I try to be polite. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and if you want to be super nice, go check out my Indiegogo. Go check out my Indiegogo. Hopefully today is a day that I start to book up appearances on other channels so I can finish this off. We're basically, I want to get to 8,000. I want to get 8,000. And when I do, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of extra stuff. You know, I'm going to make everything as better. I mean, listen, I wouldn't mind getting to 80,000, but I'll take what I get. So you get 2 freaking awesome graphic novels. What these graphic novels? You get biblical Bible stories. Creators, Rationalist Rogues, new cover. I really like this cover. It's kind of like an early Vertigo book, which is, I tried to do something similar to that in the cover, like incorporating a bit of collage with collage with drawing. So yeah, if you like, you know, Sandman, Swamp Thing, that sort of thing, this book might be for you. It's 220 pages long. It's very, very biblically accurate, but not, I would say, not preachy. No, well, yeah, of course I would say that because I wrote and drew it. But I think I'm right. Okay, I think I'm right. We also got this book, The Imperium, a love letter to telefancy of the 1960s. It's essentially James Bond, Emma Peel, Doctor Who, a monkey in the spacesuit, and the Black Slab from 2001 in one super group together. This is 105 pages long, and I really got to get Dominic the script for the extra 5 pages. We added 5 pages in because, thank you very much. The campaign did well. And then you get, of course, a bunch of extras. What are the extras? We have Noble Savages, this pin-up, which, again, when we hit 8 grand, I'm going to supersize to an A2 poster that's 18 by 22, something like that, 22, 24, something around there. Of course, it's a lovely Leela and what's her name again? Raquel Welch from The Land Before, not The Land Before Time, from a million years BC with the time machine and K9 wrapped around them. Why? Why not? Why not? And I say I've never seen either of these lovely people looking any better. You also get a bunch of postcards for the male gay series. Keeping the British End Up, Party Like It's 1999, Don't Even Think It's Citizen. Was it No Hanky Panky Does? Oh yes, there is. I'm Sensing Strong Emotions, Captain, and you know what's proved to be a bit of a fan favourite. The Force is Female. The Force is Female. 8 grand era is going to get this poster. A Bohemian in Time and Space. There's more posters to add on. There's The Eyes Have It. Again, I really like this poster. There's what's the one? Great Balls of Fire, and finally Forever, which we've spent a long time on trying to get right. Forever Young. The Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane getting all together in the TARDIS. Just a lovely idea. Just a lovely idea. This is a bit more of a lovely idea, all things considered. So yeah, go check it out. The link in the video notes. Thank you very, very much. Let's have a look at this article. This article comes from. I'm going to stuff it up here. Doctor Who magazine special. So this was in 2003, I think this came out. This was September 3rd, 2003. Either just before or just after they announced the return of Doctor Who, which we were all ecstatic about because we didn't think it was ever going to happen. We thought the McGann movie came and went, and it failed, right? It failed. It didn't fail in England. It did fabulously well in England. Didn't do well enough in the US to get a series order. Again, man, because of that, we got to remember we got the Christopher Eccleston's Doctor, we got the David Tennant Doctor, we got strangely, I think of the modern Doctors, I mean, other than Jodie Whittaker, who I just can't stand in the role. I think David Tennant's my least favourite. That's weird thinking about it, but yeah. Matt Smith Doctor, I adore the Matt Smith Doctor. I absolutely adore the Matt Smith Doctor. And Peter Capaldi, who I also adore. So would I want those erased from reality to have this put in its place? I don't know. I wouldn't mind. Well, the reason it didn't happen is because of Sliders, which was a show about jumping from dimension to alternate dimension to alternate dimension. So here's what I would like, be able to jump between alternate dimensions so I can go and, get the VHS, I guess, first, and then get the Blu-rays DVD of this series and bring it back to our reality. That sounds fun. Although if I was going to do that, maybe I'll go somewhere where they still had, a reality where they still had the Dalek Master Plan. That never got junked. Fine, so let's read the story and let's see what this TV show is going to be like. So in the last one, one of these, we ended up with the Paul McGann. Paul McGann? Audition, that's the word I was looking for. I think at the end of this video we're going to end up with the Tony Slattery audition. I got this really great clip of him like auditioning for the role, and him as he is today, looking at it, laughing at himself. It's really interesting. I also got a clip of the John Sessions one, so I think that I'll save the John Sessions for the next of these videos. And also the interesting thing about this, we do get to see a few things from here that made it into the final draft of the actual TV show, like being half human from his mother's side. That was a major plot point in the series Bible for the series that didn't happen, but they kind of moved away from that whole idea. It was going to be the Doctor and Barusa was going to be in spectral form, charging up the TARDIS crystals as he goes on a quest to find his father, Ulysses. After finding he was a brother of the Master, and it was a brother of the Master and a half human on his mother's side. So that's basically where that line came from. So let's say this is a second draft where you see the premise of this show get banged more into an interesting shape. So the first draft storyline, Doctor Who. The story was dated March 25th, July 1994. What was I doing then? I was in rabbinical seminary, right? I was in rabbinical seminary. It was before I got married. Wow, that was a fun time of my life, actually. So, how old was I? So I was like 23. In this, the Doctor wears a long jacket, a duster with many pockets and buckles. He is ruggedly handsome, exploring ancient caves on Gallifrey. The Doctor is attacked by a Dalek spider creature that has emerged from its shell. So yeah, let's talk about these spider Daleks. They kind of turned up in what was I going to say, in the Doctor Who comic strip. What was it called again? It was the third Paul McGann comic strip, I think, in Doctor Who magazine. It was you can get it in the collection Endgame. But basically, you had the Daleks fighting Spider Daleks, these mutants, which is kind of a rip-off of the Big Finish story Mutant Phase, which was a remake of the audio-visual, still audio story. Was it Mutant Phase? But so yeah, all these things kind of dovetail together. This graphic shows you how they would transform from Dalek to opening up. Here's a better picture where you can kind of see where they're going with it. And I have to tell you, this is what we thought we would get when we were talking about the 1990s Doctor Who. We didn't think, we thought if we're going to get Daleks, they'll be completely redesigned and everything will be completely redesigned. So I'm kind of glad, I'm kind of glad that Russell T Davies was the person who brought the show back, and because he went for he had the I just assumed they would completely redesign the Daleks, but but he was a television professional that really had an understanding of what Doctor Who was and what was important, what worked, and he made the most Dalek-y looking Daleks ever. I think those the bronze Daleks. They really worked. Okay, so he's in a long jacket, a duster with many pockets and buckles. He's ruggedly handsome. That sounds a bit more like was it Harry Gorkum? There was an interview with him in Doctor Who magazine, the issue before this one. Which is kind of like I think what they're going. So that was a holdover. That's the one. That's the person who Philip Siegel really wanted as the Doctor. But then the BBC, I can't remember, Jane. What's her name? I can't remember. The BBC producer said, no, we're going to need somebody recognisable in England. It's a big deal. So it ended up with Paul McGann. I think the BBC were right in that case. I do. So he's attacked by a spider creature who's on Gallifrey, emerging from its shell. He also finds the ancient documents that tell of a saviour of Gallifrey. He escapes back to the domed Time Lord city of City in his TARDIS to find the Master is attempting to wrest the position of the President from his ailing grandfather, the elderly Cardinal Barusa. Okay, so they're moving on a little bit with that by offering strong leadership at the time where Gallifrey's colonies are being attacked. So this is clearly in a different universe, right? There's no... I mean, I like the idea of their Gallifrey. This kind of works. This would have worked if this is the direction they were going to go in, right? But now we've gone in a completely different direction. I could have kind of reconciled this to the original series, maybe. I doubt it, actually. But honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing a parallel Doctor Who series, a parallel American Doctor Who series, right? Nerdrotic, Gary from Nerdrotic had the idea a long time ago. Peter Dinklage as the Doctor. Yeah. Again, I would love to see that. I really would love to see that. I don't. So, by offering strong leadership, the dying Barusa tells the Doctor that he and the Master are half brothers of the same father. Ulysses Explorer, who went missing centuries ago, so we're back to that. That's his father. The Doctor flees Gallifrey in Ulysses' old TARDIS, which has 5 areas: Transmat Bay, Engineering Room, Science Lab, Living Quarters, and Cloister Belt. So this is a reboot, a reimagining and reboot. Barusa dies and his spirit enters the crystals which power the TARDIS. Maybe that whole synopsis I gave was this version, not the last version. I don't know. Honestly, I as I say things, I normally forget them, right? Because I'm done with that now. It's gone. So okay, fine. Allowing him to appear as a hologram. So there is a rumor going around that the TARDIS is going to get an interface. Could be Bradley Walsh, could be Tom Baker in the upcoming series. I don't really believe it. Who knows? Honestly, though, you never know. It's very, very hard to know what's real, what's not until it happens. So he becomes and allowing him to appear as a hologram. The Doctor traces Ulysses' last known position to London, September 8th, 1944. The TARDIS materializes as a police box outside the British Museum during the Blitz. So this is the first time it appears as a police box. Then this is clearly a reboot, okay? In Act 2, the Doctor traces Ulysses' signal to the Egyptian artifacts from 2500 BC, which carries a message for him. He encounters a young American WAC Lieutenant Lizzie Travis, who is working in military operations room based underneath the museum. Thinking the Doctor is a Yahtzee spy, Lizzie chases him into the TARDIS moments before V2 rockets strike the streets. So this sounds fun. I have to tell you, doesn't it sound? I'm up for this. And finds herself whisked back to 4652 years to ancient Egypt. This actually, I think, sounds most like the Leonard Nimoy movie. And I'm going to say his name wrong. Probably it's going to be all over me because I always Pierce Brosnan, not Bronson. I like Bronson better. You're Pierce Bronson now. Okay, that's just the way it is, Pierce. You're welcome. You're welcome. Listen. Jesus did that a lot. Your name is Peter. I will call you Paul. I'm a Jew. I can do that. Your name is Brosnan. I'm gonna call you Bronson. And then you should take the name on as well. That would be good. Fine. So now she's in. Was it ancient Egypt? Act 3, the TARDIS arrives inside the pyramids of Cheops as priests prepare to put the dead pharaoh's bodies to rest. The ship is now stuck as a police book. So clearly a complete reboot. Cheops is revealed to have been Ulysses. In Act 4, an energy beam from the pyramid attracts a space full of cybotic marauders. 4 Psys named Glock, Kiowa, Bushido, and Cyberdog head for Egypt to attack the Doctor and Lizzie. So the Cybs, of course, were based on the Cybermen, but a significantly different version of the Cybermen. They were robotic marauders, as they say there. I think they're also supposed to be very, very vain as well, and very, seem to be emotional. They got names. Cyberdog, Bushido. Yeah, that sounds. That sounds a bit not so Cyberman-y. That's how they say excellent, I guess. Excellent. Although I think one of the books, the Mike Tucker book, they explain that by saying to instill fear into the hearts of the humans. They're intimidating. The Doctor is trapped by the Cybs as Lizzie sees Ulysses regenerate and return to life. In Act 5, the Doctor has Barusa transmit him back to the TARDIS. He is followed by the Cybs, but Ulysses leads the creatures away by jumping into the transmat and heading back to the 16th century. The TARDIS is drawn back to the deserts of Gallifrey, where the Doctor and Lizzie confront the Master and his Praetorian guards. In Act 6, so this is like a 90-minute special. There were 4 acts, right? Of 4 acts and a teaser. In Act 6, a Master offers the Doctor his freedom if he can defeat the Daleks who are attacking the colonies. The Doctor travels to Skaro, the Daleks' home planet, where a neutron war between the Khalids and the Thals has wiped out most life. Welcomed by the Khalid High Command, who dwell in mountain caves, the Doctor and Lizzie meet their mutated scientific leader Davros, who is working on life support systems for his people. Rework from the 1975 Okay, I know that. I'm a Doctor Who fan. Yeah, basically it's a retelling Genesis of the Daleks. I would love Big Finish to do a version of this. Wouldn't this be fun? If you want to hear a fun, bonkers Big Finish thing, they did the audio versions of the stage plays. They did about 10 years ago. And they're really fun. They're really bonkers. They sound kind of like this. Doctor and Lizzie Daleks are collecting mutants from a ruined city and turning them into new Daleks in an old uranium shaft. Okay, as one does. And behind this is Davros, who has insect Daleks wrap the Doctor and Lizzie into cocoons. In Act 7, the Doctor and Lizzie escape, but Davros has helped the foul survivors to wipe out the Khaleds. The Master arrives by TARDIS to take control of the Daleks and has them devour their creator. Fine, so they eat Davros. The Doctor and Lizzie destroy the Dalek incubators to have the right. Have the destroy the Dalek incubator. Apparently so. Yeah, you totally got the right this time, mate. Thwarted by the Master. Thwarted, the Master sends the Daleks off in time and space after the Doctor. So now we got the chase. Although he cares for her, the Doctor returns Lizzie to London, 1944, and then sets off after his father, who was on a pirate ship in the Caribbean. Fine. So that's, I guess, the end of the episode. In the second draft storyline dated Wednesday 27th of July, how much time did between first and second? The first draft kit was in 25th, 2 days later. Okay, this is 2 days work they put in. The Praetorian Guards are now the Chancellery Guards under the leadership of the scheming Castellan Kellner, who has become the Master's accomplice in the narrative. Castellan Kellner was a character from the 1978 serial The Invasion of Time. Okay, as Act 4 was heavily revised. Okay, this is, by the way, Daryl Joyce did these illustrations. Yeah, kind of fun. Yeah, that 4 was. So this is this a, yeah, this is a John Leakley one. So this is the one that had the Bible. This is the guy who wrote the series Bible. Omitting the Scythes and having the Doctor attacked by Pharaoh's guards, the Doctor now enter. They should have had Pyramids of Mars, like the mummies from Pyramids of Mars. That would have been better, wouldn't it? The Doctor now enters the Queen's burial chamber and realizes she was his mother. Okay, that happens to me when I enter a pyramid. Oh, that person is also my mother. In Act 5, the Doctors arrive. Oh, this is not good. I have to tell you, I really prefer the movie we got instead. In Act 5, the Doctors arrive when the TARDIS by Transmat is followed by a strange force hitting the ship, and Ulysses is sucked out into the Transmat. The climax of the plot now has Ulysses located at a pirate cove, and Hannah and the Doctor going after him, saying, "So what are we waiting for? Power up the crystals, Cardinal." Okay, a revised second draft. 20. So we did 2 more days later. They did 2 more days' work. Put new emphasis in Act 2 on the Doctor traveling back to Egypt to stop his father being entombed. The Doctor is now described as having piercing blue eyes, and the whole thing with the eyes. Remember, the Doctor's got the retina of a human. I was like, okay. Piercing blue eyes. While the rest of his race has dark eyes, it is clear that they were inherited from his human mother. It is also made clear that Master, though he had murdered Ulysses, the Castellan was no longer named Kellner. So the Master now murdered Ulysses. Were they half brothers? No. And a third draft. So we're now week later. It's back to work. Third draft of the story down produced on Wednesday, August the 3rd. That's my birthday. I was always confused by it because my birthday is August the 3rd. My sister's birthday is August the 4th, and she's 3 years older than me. And I can never work out as a kid, how was my birthday first and she was older than me? It didn't make sense. But yeah, this explains my gidging understanding of math. The Doctor takes a locket from with his mother's face on the Queen's tomb. The meeting with the Master and the Castellan at the end of Act 5 was deleted, with the spirit of Barossa now guiding the Doctor to Skaro to defeat the Daleks. On Friday, August 5th, a full draft storyline with minimal changes saw in Act 1 to 5. In Act 6 and 7, all references to Thals were omitted, and the 120-year-old Davros now uses Daleks to attack Dalek forces to attack the Khaled High Command in their cavern. Okay. In this version, Davros is killed when the incubator explodes and the Khaleds are able to emerge into the sunlight of Skaro after the Daleks have departed with the Master. Okay, the first version, the first of the Leakley scripts, the first draft entitled Doctor. Oh, so that was just the outline. So now they actually plotted it out. They wrote it out. Was released on Wednesday, 24th of August, and covered the first 6 acts, effectively expanding the beat sheets with dialogue. This opening with the decree from Cardinal Barossa that the adventure of the Doctor with a decree. What would that be? A decree from Karney Shomron that the events of the Doctor in search of Ulysses the Explorer should be documented in the language of the blue planet Earth. For some reason, when Lizzie helps the newly regenerated Ulysses into the TARDIS in Act 4, the Time Lord briefly adopts the memories and persona of her dead father from Kansas. That's a weird little little addition. In general, the script fleshed out the characters as well as background, explaining that Ulysses sent an infant Doctor back to Gallifrey when he became ill with the river fever that killed his mother. The romantic relationship between Lizzie and the Doctor was also developed further. In Act 6 also gained a new sequence with the Doctor and Lizzie discovering a valley in the mountains that would be perfectly habitable for Carlids, and they realized Davros must have known about. Fine. In the second first draft, okay, this is so confusing. The second first draft, dated Friday 26, this was like a day later, had Act 7 appended. After Davros had been killed, the Master takes control of the Daleks. A final confrontation scene between the Master and the Daleks, Master and the Doctor, was added with the Doctor's TARDIS, in which the Master offers the Doctor a simple temptation to kill him for his crimes using a proffered dagger. Well, so the Master offers the Doctor a dagger to kill him with. I guess it'll be a double-bladed dagger to get both his hearts. That was quite a nice bit they put in the book Long Barrow. Right, a Time Lord dagger has two blades on it to get both hearts. Kill him for his crimes. When the Doctor declines, have I the right? Apparently not there. When the Doctor declines, the Master departs, and Barusa explains that had the Doctor killed his half-brother, he would have sacrificed his birthright as a Time Lord. The amount of kissing between the Doctor and Lizzie was also reduced. I'm sorry, mate. Not your lucky day. The first draft. Oh my God! The first draft was produced on Tuesday, 8th of September, 1984. And major change was that the material of the regenerated Ulysses taking on the persona of Liz's father was dropped, and some of the more climactic dagger temptation between the Master and the Doctor was also revised. An undated version of the script also produced with the final act revised, captured by the Daleks in a conversation between Lizzie and the Doctor about how the Allies win World War II was added, and a Castellan is now added to the confrontation in the TARDIS between the Doctor and the Master. It's okay. I guess Master as a companion, I guess, a partner. This is also made complex as the Master challenges the Doctor to a duel using two swords of Rassilon. The Doctor hurls the Master back to Gallifrey via Transmat, and the Castellan follows the Master. In Act 6 saw the final scene with Davros turning into a mutant Dalek expanded. I like that better, right? That I'm surprised that I can just really see them doing that, right? It seems very American. Expanded. The whole notion of the Daleks and Davros eating their own people, the Carlos, was also emphasized more. So there you go. That's version 2. That's version 2 of the pilot that would have made the TV show. But it gives you an idea where, listen, it seems a much more expansive, a much bigger budget. You got all these aliens, well, all these different locations. What was doing in the production at that time? Because I remember it went into production really quickly. It was like the end of it was December 1995, right? Where there was nothing. There was like we would wait year after year. We want to they had the same press release from the BBC. We want to make sure the Doctor is reinvigorated or something, so it's not languishing in the backwaters of audience popularity. Right, that's the phrase they kept using over and languishing in the backwaters of audience. Yeah, so they kept using that. So basically we given up. There was all these different production companies. There was Derek Sherman's company. There was Verity Lambert. There was a Terrence Dix. There was a Terrence Dix and Barry Lett's beard. There was a bunch of, and they said no to everybody, right? They said no to everybody, so we figured it just wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't. And then it came out of nowhere. It was like they announced it, and then the last time we had something announced was '93 for the for Dark Dimension. Which they announced it and then they cancelled it a month later. So they announced it and then they were filming it a month later. We were like, really? Because nobody really believed it was going to go down. So so this was a very different Doctor Who than that we got. I honestly, I'm very glad that they brought it much closer to make it a sequel to the classic series rather than a complete reboot that this would have been. I kind of think that's Philip Siegel's idea, but it sounds like a lot of it is budgetary generated as well, because the Paul McGann movie seemed a lot cheaper. Seemed to be a lot cheaper than this one. So there you go. Part 2. I guess we'll do part 3 sometimes late this week. It'll probably be late this week. Why? Because there's no Doctor Who news going on whatsoever. Right? There is no Doctor Who news going on at all. Or maybe there will be later in the week. Who knows? Or dares to dream. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.
When he had powers, I didn't.
Napoleon did have powers, that's right, yes.
Very common knowledge.
Well,
Does it say something about the English?
nothing else comes of this, and I'm just pleased you told me that. Oh no, I'm seeing all the other people. That just make me nervous because they're all gorgeous, I'm sure.
Just think Donny Osmond, okay?
If I think Donny Osmond, I would burst into song. What happened to the Partridge Family?
All right, sir?
Yes.
Good, okay. Ready? Yeah. You seem well versed in military history, sir. Who are you?
I'm the Doctor.
What sort of doctor are you?
No, I'm not a doctor, I'm the Doctor. The definite article, you might say.
And what are you the doctor of?
Oh, darling, many things. There's metaphysics, quantum mechanics, astronomy, medicine, history, temporal engineering, these things one must know.
I've never heard of quantum mechanics.
Yes, hasn't been invented yet.
That's very impressive.
Well, the thing is, I am a genius.
Temporal engineering. Can you engineer time?
Well, let's just say that I tinker. Anyway, back to you, Napoleon, and the last line, which tragically I've forgotten, so just bluff a bit. Yes, your concerns about Waterloo. When I say history, it was life.
It's probably got something to do with Waterloo, hasn't it?
Or pilot. Would the Doctor have travelled the sands of time to talk about Napoleon's powers?
Yes.
I think it's unlikely.
You seem well versed in military history, sir. Who are you?
I'm the Doctor.
What sort of doctor are you?
No, I'm not a doctor, I'm the Doctor, sort of a definite article, you might say.
And what are you the doctor of?
Oh, astronomy, physics, science, quantum engineering, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, lots of quantums which haven't been invented yet.
I've never heard of quantum mechanics.
As I said, they haven't been invented yet.
That's very impressive.
Well, the thing is, I am a genius.
Temporal engineering, can you engineer time?
Well, let's just say I tinker. Now, the thing is, I want to talk to you about Waterloo. Just look at Catherine Hepburn.
You seem well versed in military history, sir. Who are you?
I'm the Doctor.
What sort of doctor?
No, I'm not a doctor. I'm the Doctor. I'm a definite article, you might say.
And what are you the doctor of?
I'm, well, science, engineering, astronomy, quantum mechanics, quantum engineering, temporal engineering, whatever. I mean, the things one should know.
I've never heard of quantum mechanics.
No, well, it hasn't been invented yet.
It's very impressive.
The thing is, see, I'm a genius, but...
Temporal engineering, can you engineer time?
Yes, let's just say I tinker. The thing is, I'm sort of more concerned about you and Waterloo. Nappy.